There's a lot of traveling that happens around the holidays, but you could also plan a trip just for fun this holiday season. In this month's Wandering Wisconsin, Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen helps you plan a trip to La Crosse, where there's a massive holiday lights display. But that's not the only way to celebrate the holidays in the La Crosse area. To learn more, Becky speaks with Ann Sayers with Travel Wisconsin and Pat Stevens with the La Crosse Rotary Lights.
The La Crosse Rotary Lights is one of the largest and most elaborate holiday lights displays in the state. So first, Pat, can you just describe what people will see on a visit to the lights this holiday season?
Absolutely. We're in Riverside Park in La Crosse, Wisconsin. It is right along the Mississippi River, which adds a little bit to the beauty of it on here. We have millions of lights. We have 75 animated displays. We have a live nativity scene. We have reindeer. We have nightly entertainment. We throw in some free s'mores for people that are visiting and so on. Even have 2 fire-breathing dragons. The park is designed so you can either walk through the park if you prefer, or drive around the park if you want to do that and so on. But we can throw in when Mother Nature cooperates. We've got a nice ice skating rink down there, which is free to use, as well as free skates that we provide for the people. And we also, if you want to be a little more adventurous, have helicopter rides over the display, which has become very popular over the years.
Yeah, I saw that with the helicopter rides. Can you tell me a little bit more about what that's like?
I've done it twice, and it's a great way to see the light display in a little different format, going up over the river and over the park and so on. People really do enjoy that. I know we've had some engagements that have taken place while in flight, so it makes it kind of nice as well.
Okay, so there's over 3 million lights. I can only imagine the amount of work that goes into putting this together. Can you share a bit about how the display is set up?
For sure, we're fortunate to have an ample number of volunteers. We have solicit help from nonprofit organizations every year to help us with the people power that's needed to put it up and take it down and so on. This year we have 103 nonprofit organizations that are volunteering their time to put it all together. And when you add it all up, it's a little over 3,000 volunteers. We have no payroll. It's all a volunteer effort from the community.
And what about the design and how you decide to put, like a nutcracker over here or a snowflake over there? How does that work?
Well, we have a committee, of course. Every organization has to have a committee, and they sit down and map out the park and decide what colors are going to go where certain displays are going to be there to get make sure they get the greatest exposure and so on. It really is a great group of volunteers, and they work on it all year long.
So coming to see the Rotary Lights is free. Anybody can come and walk around or drive around, but there is a charitable mission. What should people know about that?
The actual mission of Rotary Lights is to feed the hungry. And we ask people, if you enjoy your time at the display, to consider either a cash contribution or to give some non-perishable food items or both. And it's grown extensively over the years now. The very first year of Rotary Lights, we collected 13,000 food items and gave it all to the Salvation Army. Last year, we collected 341,000 food items and stocked 14 area food pantries. So it really has become a major player in feeding the less fortunate, especially that time of the year.
Wow. And next week, there will be an all abilities night at the Rotary Lights. What can you tell me about that?
Well, we worked with a group in town that deals a lot with those that have autism. And they kept telling us that they would like to bring their friends and family members down to it, but we had to change a few things to accommodate them. So we do have an all abilities night. We turn down all the flashing lights at that time, turn down the music, and do a few other things that makes it very accommodating for those that have that. So it works out pretty well, and the parents and others are very appreciative of it.
And Anne, are there any other holiday events outside of the Rotary Lights happening in the La Crosse area that people could check out this time of year?
Yes, so you're going to find a fantastic holiday experience in Sparta. That's about 30 minutes outside of La Crosse. It's on the way to or from the Milwaukee area. And Sparta hosts 4 weekends of festivities known as the Sparta Christkindl Market. This is one of Wisconsin's best outdoor Christmas markets. It replicates the traditional German-style markets, full of local artisans. You can shop for handmade gifts. There's 27 different huts. There's also authentic German flavors like Glühwein. That's the traditional mulled wine, Bavarian pretzels. And the Sparta Christkindl Market is open Fridays and Saturdays for 4 weeks. That begins November 24th. And if you're looking for a tree still, which I will be here shortly, you can take a scenic detour through the Driftless area to Second Nature at Reeds Creek. It's a plant nursery near Reedstown. It has pre-cut Christmas trees, wreaths, and a gift shop open until December 3rd. But they're also putting on special events and workshops over this time. And one of the most unexpected selections is a living Christmas tree. So they're small living evergreens with their roots wrapped and intact. So you can decorate it, display it, enjoy the tree inside for the season, but then care for it over the winter, plant it in the spring, and kind of keep those memories of the season around for decades.
So one thing people are doing a lot of this time of year is shopping. So if people are making a trip to the La Crosse area, where are some good places they could shop local?
They have a lot of options, actually. And I love shopping locally during the holiday season. It's just a good way to support small businesses and have some fun while you're doing it. And in La Crosse, one place I definitely suggest checking out is Drift Mercantile. It's right there in the heart of the city's historic downtown. It's very walkable from the Rotary Light display. And Drift Mercantile stocks all sorts of locally made and inspired gift options. So you're going to find apparel that's designed and screen printed in-house. They have Wisconsin-made products like candles, artwork, and crafts, and so much more. I actually do a lot of shopping there whenever I'm in town because it just has something for the people you don't know what to get. So that's a great stop. If you have an antiquer in your life and you're hoping to surprise them for the holidays, maybe stop into the Antique Center of La Crosse. It's 20,000 square feet. It's one of the largest antique centers in all of Wisconsin. But you can wander there through 3 floors. You can browse 75 booths for goods like collectibles, vintage clothing, books, lamps. I mean, just anything you can think of, they're going to have it. Another one you could stop into is Larson's General. They stock curated collections of bulk, baby, and home goods, as well as Driftless Skincare. That's their in-house skin and beauty brand. And I love that they're really focused on low waste and reusable solutions to packaging. So that just feels really good to support.
And after the lights and the shopping and picking out a tree, if people want to sit down and have a meal, what would you recommend?
Okay, well, one you have to look at is Love Child Restaurant, especially if you're looking for maybe a romantic dinner. This restaurant specializes in uncomplicated, fine dining food. They prepare seasonally inspired starters, pastas, and entrees. They're full of really intriguing flavors. They made a huge splash when they opened in 2017. The chef and co-owner, Jay Sparks, he earned a semi-finalist nod from the James Beard Foundation for Best Chef in the Midwest. So it's elegant atmosphere, kind of complements Love Child's fine food. The interior is this mix of brick and timber and then shimmering velvet and soft lighting. It actually landed on Food and Wine's list for most romantic restaurant in every state. So that's pretty cool. You could also head over to Uno Venti Pizzeria and warm up with their delicious homemade pizza. Uno Venti pays respect to the traditions of Italian pizza making by using crushed San Marzano tomatoes, of course, olive oil and sea salt. That's the base for their red sauce. And then they fire the pizzas in their Italian stone dome oven. And they're topped with Wisconsin cheese and ingredients. You can go the traditional route. I usually do the margarita, but you can also mix things up with a spicy Hawaiian, wild mushroom, and then they also have weekly specialty pizzas.
Pat, this is the 29th year of the La Crosse Rotary Lights display. What would you say keeps this going every year?
Well, I think most people would agree that it really brings the community together, not only the greater La Crosse area, but we have visitors from 5 or 6 different states that make it a point to come to this each and every year. And this being the 29th year, we're actually into the 3rd generation now. So it's not unusual to find some young families that are down there where the parents themselves grew up with the project and are now bringing their kids to enjoy it as well. It really is, with 3,000 people involved with putting it together, it really is a total community activity.
Well, Pat and Ann, thank you so much for joining me for Wandering Wisconsin.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
That was Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen speaking with Pat Stevens, the president of the La Crosse Rotary Lights. Ann Sayers is the tourism secretary for Travel Wisconsin. The Rotary Lights opens this Friday and runs through December 31st.